Hello there, I'm Mike and welcome to Disney Parks Addict. Today, we'll be taking a look at all the rides and attractions found at the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California for 2023. This includes everything in Disney's California Adventure and the Disneyland Park. Stick around until the end of the video to see what exciting additions are coming to the parks over the next few years. Let's start with the park that began it all in 1955, the classic Disneyland. As you enter the park, you'll head straight into the first land, the iconic Main Street, U.S.A. You will need to walk under the first attraction in this guide, the Disneyland Railroad. This is an 18-minute relaxing journey in an authentic steam-powered train that will take you around the whole of Disneyland. You have the choice to stay on the train as long as you want as it loops around the park, or you could use it to travel between the different stations in New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, Tomorrowland, and of course the starting station on Main Street, USA. Along with the amazing views of the park, there are also some unique dioramas and scenes throughout your journey. Throughout the day, you can ride on one of the amazing Main Street vehicles. The 4 vehicles you could get the chance to ride are the horse-drawn streetcar, which is an old-fashioned trolley, the jitney, an early automobile, the fire engine, and the omnibus, a gas-powered open-air 2-story bus. You can either hop on in the town square near City Hall, which will take you to the central plaza in front of the castle, or vice versa. If you're a fan of Disney Parks history, then you will love the Disney Gallery, a small museum dedicated to seasonal exhibits showcasing attractions and icons from all the Disney parks around the world. Right next door is the Disneyland Story, presenting great moments with Mr. Lincoln. This show debuted in the park in 1965, and although it's gone through various changes throughout the years, it still features the impressive audio animatronic of Walt Disney's boyhood hero Abraham Lincoln. After a brief but moving film all about President Lincoln's life, you will then meet the man himself as he delivers highlights of some of his greatest speeches. You will also be able to explore through a treasure trove of Disneyland history, including a scale model of how the park looked on opening day, rare photos, and other exciting memorabilia. Further down Main Street, USA is the Main Street Cinema, where you can enjoy 6 short Disney animations from the 1920s and 1930s. This includes the short film that made Mickey a star, the classic Steamboat Willie. This is a great place to get a short break while enjoying some Disney history. Main Street, USA also has a plethora of dining and shopping locations, and of course the beautiful Sleeping Beauty Castle. In the hub area in front of the castle, you'll be able to access 4 of the 7 themed lands within Disneyland. As usual, we'll work our way around the park clockwise, so the first land you will come to is Adventureland. Just as you enter, on your left side is the land's first attraction, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. This opened in 1963 and still delights guests today with the amazing audio animatronic birds, flowers, and totem poles singing the beloved soundtrack. Even if you're not a fan of the show, it is a great attraction to take a rest and enjoy the cool atmosphere. Right outside the attraction is the Tiki Juice Bar, where you can try the famous Dole Whip, a delicious cool and fruity snack. Further on into Adventureland is another classic attraction, the Jungle Cruise. This was an opening day attraction and is an awesome boat ride that takes you through different jungles from around the world as you encounter animals, natives, and of course the backside of water. It's famous for the funny jokes and puns that the Jungle Cruise skippers use throughout the attraction, which adds another amazing element to your fantastic journey. It has recently had some amendments and updates, which has breathed some new life into this iconic attraction. Next up is Tarzan's Treehouse, which has been closed since 2021, as it is currently under construction for a new retheme. Stick around until the end of the video to find out more details about this great attraction. The final attraction in this land is Indiana Jones' Adventure, Temple of the Forbidden Eye. This is a dark ride that takes you on an adventure with Dr. Jones as you wade through the jungle and enter a temple where a deity will offer one of 3 gifts: eternal youth, earthly riches, or the power to see into the future. Due to the design of the ride, the chosen gift could be different each time, which will change a few scenes throughout the ride with the use of projection mapping. This is an amazing attraction with lots of different scenes and hidden Easter eggs from all the Indiana Jones movies. If you aren't able to visit a Disney park soon, you can always check Shop Disney for all your official merchandise needs. It includes toys, clothing, and accessories for Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars, as well as the new Disney 100 collection. Check out my affiliate link below for some amazing official Disney merchandise.
We now move on to New Orleans Square, which is home to two classic Disney attractions. The first is Pirates of the Caribbean, a dark boat ride that takes you on a journey through many different scenes featuring treasure, skeletons, pirates as they take over a town, and of course Captain Jack Sparrow makes an appearance. Many changes and additions have been made over the years, but it still holds up today as it did when it first opened in 1967, and is a must-ride attraction in Disneyland. Another plus, you can dine in the Blue Bayou restaurant and watch as the boats from this attraction float by. The other classic attraction in New Orleans Square is the Haunted Mansion. This offers great theming, a fun storyline, and awesome special effects. It has one of the greatest ride pre-shows in the infamous stretching room before you head on to the Omnimover ride system that takes you through many different scenes within the Haunted Mansion. You will come face to face with lots of haunts, including the Bride, hitchhiking ghosts, the medium Madame Leota, and of course the Hatbox Ghost. I'm sure you're dying to try this attraction. During the Halloween and Christmas period, you will have a chance to try Haunted Mansion Holiday, a special overlay themed to the classic Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now onto the next land, Critter Country. You will first come to the Davy Crockett Explorer Canoes. Take to the rivers of America as you join in the fun and paddle around Tom Sawyer Island while taking in the amazing sights of Disneyland. This only operates on busy days, usually weekends and the summer months, and will close early to prepare for the nighttime shows. The classic log flume ride Splash Mountain will reportedly be closing its doors for the final time in May 2023. Take a look at the end of the video to see the exciting changes that are coming to this attraction. The final attraction in Critter Country is the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Join Pooh Bear and the gang on this dark ride through many different scenes featuring all your favorite characters, including bouncing with Tigger and a Heffalump dream sequence. This is perfect for younger guests and fans of the honey-loving bear. Next is the newest area of the park and the ever so popular Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This is one of the busiest sections of the park, and I would suggest heading here first for a chance to ride the amazing Rise of the Resistance. If you like Star Wars and dark rides, then this is probably the perfect attraction for you. Walt Disney Imagineering went all out when designing this attraction, which features a trackless dark ride, a walkthrough section, a motion simulator, audio animatronics, huge practical sets, and an amazing storyline. All of this results in one of the greatest Disney attractions ever created. The other ride in Galaxy's Edge is the exciting Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. This is a motion simulator attraction, giving 6 riders a chance to be a pilot, gunner, or engineer as you go on an interactive smuggling mission. It's great fun and gives a great re-rideability, trying out the different roles as well as attempting to beat your previous scores. With lots of shopping and dining locations within Galaxy's Edge, there is plenty of things for you to explore, like building your very own lightsaber or droid, meeting characters roaming the land, and even playing the fun datapad game through the Play Disney Parks app that interacts with different elements throughout the land. You can access Galaxy's Edge through Critter Country, Fantasyland, and Frontierland, which is the next area in this guide. First, you will come to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. This mine train roller coaster really doesn't disappoint. The theming is fantastic and takes you on an exciting journey through the abandoned mines of Rainbow Ridge. On this runaway mine train, you'll experience all the dips and turns, encounter dinosaur bones, hear the cranking of the lift hill and bell whistles, and have a very enjoyable ride. And don't forget to look out for the goat. You can set sail around the rivers of America on board the Mark Twain riverboat. You'll be able to take in the sights of Frontierland, Tom Sawyer Island, Critter Country, and New Orleans Square on this nice little 12-minute relaxing ride. It's perfect for taking a break in between some of the more intense attractions in the park. You'll also be able to visit Pirate's Lair on Tom Sawyer's Island by taking a raft boat across the rivers of America. Although this is a Frontierland attraction, the rafts are located in New Orleans Square. The island contains references to characters from the 1876 Mark Twain novel The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and provides interactive climbing and scenic opportunities in its caves, forts, and other exciting landmarks. In 2007, extra Pirates of the Caribbean elements were included to the island. This attraction has the distinction of being the only one designed by Walt Disney himself. Finally, you can have a go at the Frontierland Shooting Exposition, which for a $1 charge, you can have the chance to shoot over 100 interactive targets. It's great fun to play along with your friends and family to see who is the best sharpshooter. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit the like button, as it will help us to share this guide to more viewers. From Frontierland, you can go straight into Fantasyland. First up is Pinocchio's Daring Journey. This is a dark ride that will take you through scenes that feature the Stromboli Circus, Pleasure Island, Monstro the Whale, and other characters from the 1940 classic animated film. Right next door is another dark ride, Snow White's Enchanted Wish, which is one of the few remaining 1955 opening day attractions. Of course, it has had many updates over the years. You'll still see Snow White dancing with the dwarfs, the evil queen creating her master plan, and of course, the prince and Snow White living happily ever after. Next to Snow White, you can't help but notice you'll be right in front of Sleeping Beauty's castle, where you can enter into a walkthrough attraction and explore winding passageways where the epic tale of Princess Aurora is told through 3D dioramas and stunning special effects. In the center of Fantasyland is the King Arthur Carousel. This is actually an authentic carousel that was built in 1922 and was located in Toronto, Canada, before being purchased, relocated, refurbished and modified just in time for Disneyland's opening in 1955. All the horses are unique, and I think it's best to ride at night to enjoy the amazing scenery around Fantasyland while listening to an organ-based soundtrack of Disney classics. Next is the Casey Jr. Circus Train, a rideable miniature railroad based on the train of the same name from the 1941 film Dumbo. It gives passengers a tour of many miniature versions of scenes from Disney animated films that are also featured in the storybook Land Canal boats. Sticking with a similar theme, Dumbo the Flying Elephant is an aerial carousel style ride that is also perfect for younger guests. This is the only attraction that can be found at all 6 Disney castle parks worldwide, so you know it's a fan favorite. Next is another popular dark ride, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Loosely based on Disney's adaptation of the novel The Wind in the Willows, guests will assume the role of Mr. Toad as you recklessly careen through the English countryside and the streets of London in a period motorcar, before ultimately meeting demise in a railway tunnel and ending up in a tongue-in-cheek depiction of hell. Don't worry, you will find a way to escape and end up back into Fantasyland. Next door is the classic dark ride Peter Pan's Flight, which is one of the most popular attractions in the park. You board the flying pirate ship as you travel through scenes in London and Neverland. You'll see the Lost Boys Camp, Mermaid Lagoon, Skull Rock, and encounter some of Neverland's most famous residents, including Princess Tiger Lily, Mr. Smee, Tick-Tock the Crocodile, and Peter Pan's arch-rival Captain Hook. Next is the spinning teacup ride Mad Tea Party. Based on the unbirthday party scene in Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland, you can enjoy this opening day Disneyland attraction as you go around and around and around. This scene is also depicted in the next dark ride attraction, Alice in Wonderland, as well as other popular scenes from the movie, including falling down the rabbit hole, meeting the Cheshire Cat, and playing crochet with the Queen of Hearts. Although this wasn't an opening day attraction, it was added to Fantasyland just 3 years later in 1958. The storybook Land Canal boats will take you on a leisurely paced outdoor boat ride through a winding canal featuring settings from Disney animated films recreated in miniature. This is a perfect way to relax and take in the different stories that Disney has shown us over its 100-year history. Next, you'll be transported to a Swiss mountain range on the Matterhorn bobsleds, a twin-track steel roller coaster that takes you down a winding path through caverns and tunnels in bobsleds as you get a great view of Disneyland. Don't forget to look out for the supposed monster that is lurking around the area. The final attraction in Fantasyland is It's a Small World. This is a water-based dark ride and a classic Disney attraction featured in 5 of the 6 Disney resorts around the world. It includes over 300 audio animatronic dolls in traditional costumes from cultures around the world, and the classic theme song that will get stuck in your head for days. Behind Fantasyland is Mickey's Toontown, which has recently reopened with a few exciting changes. Most notably is the brand new attraction, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. This is a dark ride that features Mickey, Minnie and Goofy in the modern animation style, which has quickly become a fan favourite and is a great addition to the park. It includes a totally unique queue line and an extra scene compared to the Hollywood Studios version over in Walt Disney World. Other new additions to the land include Goofy's How to Play Yard, an interactive musical garden that will have the younger guests jumping for joy. You can also step inside Goofy's kooky house, where he is in the process of creating some candy. With lots of interactive features and a great view of Toontown, the younger guests won't want to skip this one. Next door is Donald's Duck Pond, a fun wet play area filled with spinning water lilies, slides, balance beams and rocking toys. Keep your eyes out for other familiar ducklings aboard the flooded Donald's boat called Miss Daisy. This is a perfect way to cool down during the warmer summer months. Gadget's Go Coaster has been renamed to Chip 'n Dale's Gadget Coaster, which is a junior roller coaster themed to Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers. This is the shortest Disneyland attraction at a whopping 44 seconds, but is still entertaining for the younger guests nonetheless. And with the newly added Chip 'n Dale and Gadget figures, it has a more complete theme to the rest of the land. You can still find Mickey and Minnie's houses, where you can take a tour of their wonderful homes and gardens, and even get the chance to meet them for a quick photo or signature. Also, the popular Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, a dark ride themed to the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit. As the name suggests, this attraction spins as it follows a track through a variety of scenes. It has recently just had an update with a new story detail which sees Jessica Rabbit as a detective as she tries to stop the weasels dumping dip around the city. Outside the attraction, the old Roger Rabbit fountain has been removed, making way for a more open green space, allowing younger kids to let loose and the parents to take a rest. Finally, a new fountain themed around Mickey and Minnie has been constructed in the middle of the land, with lots of water features for the younger guests to play with. This is part of the new Centennial Park area of Toontown that also includes the Dreaming Tree and its exposed roots to either take a seat or climb and explore. Overall, the new updates to Toontown have been a great addition to the land and can be enjoyed for the many years to come. As you make your way back down through Fantasyland, you will come to the final area in the park, Tomorrowland. You will first come to the recently updated Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage. This, of course, replaced the longtime classic attraction Submarine Voyage, which opened in the park in 1959. You can now enjoy a ride on one of these real submarines that will take you through the lagoon. Peek through the portholes to find all your favorite characters, including Dory, Marlin, Crush, and of course Nemo. Next door is another ride that opened in 1959, the Disneyland Monorail, originally opening as a simple attraction showcasing the transport of tomorrow. It has now gone on to add a station at Downtown Disney, making it a great way to transfer between the two areas of the resort. With the line taking you through Disney's California Adventure, Downtown Disney, and different areas within Disneyland, this is more than just a transportation device. Next is Autopia, where you can drive your very own miniature gas-powered car around an enclosed track. You'll be able to see parts of Fantasyland and Tomorrowland along this amazing course. This is perfect for younger guests that want to experience driving a real car for the first time. On the other side of Tomorrowland is Space Mountain. This is of course the classic indoor roller coaster that has a great atmospheric queue line which will get you in the mood to travel to space. Most of the ride is in almost pitch darkness, so you can never tell which way the ride car will be going, so it's a very exciting experience. Next is Star Tours. This was the first Star Wars attraction to ever be created. It's a simple 3D motion simulator ride that has gone on to be added to many other Disney parks around the world due to its popularity. It was updated in 2013 to Star Tours The Adventure Continues, which added a variety of scenes from all three trilogies. With these new scenes, there is a total of 384 different combinations, giving each ride a completely unique experience and gives the chance of a lot of re-rideability. Next is the rocket spinner attraction, Astro Orbiter. This takes center stage. It is also a great way to get some amazing views of Tomorrowland. The final attraction in Tomorrowland is Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, the shooting dark ride that lets you compete with your family and friends to get the highest score as you help Buzz Lightyear take on the evil Emperor Zurg. It's now time to take a look at the different parades and nighttime shows that Disneyland has to offer. First up is the daytime parade Magic Happens. This parade did debut in 2020, but only managed 2 weeks of shows before being temporarily closed. It returned in February 2023 and has quickly become a fan favorite, with magical floats showcasing characters and set pieces from the likes of Moana, Coco, Frozen 2 and many more popular Disney animated classics. Usually running twice a day, make sure you don't miss this amazing parade. To celebrate 100 years of the Walt Disney Animation Studios, the new nighttime spectacular is Wondrous Journeys. The show features a montage of every film released from the studio, starting from Steamboat Willie all the way up to the new Strange World, and everything in between. With state-of-the-art projections, a killer soundtrack, and on select nights some amazing fireworks, this is another show that can't be missed. We end with the classic nighttime spectacular, Fantasmic, featuring a fantastical array of live performers, beloved Disney characters, enhanced special effects, state-of-the-art projections, and superb pyrotechnics. This show will wow the entire family, and is the perfect way to end your amazing day at Disneyland. With 2 performances either side of Wondrous Journeys, you won't want to miss this one. So that's all the rides, shows and attractions in the original Disneyland park. So now let's head next door to Disney's California Adventure. You enter the park into Buena Vista Street, which, similar to Disneyland's Main Street U.S.A, is filled with plenty of shopping and dining locations. When the park first opened, it was originally called Sunshine Plaza, but was rethemed in 2012 to resemble Los Angeles in the 1920s, which was when Walt Disney first arrived in the city. Along with the retheme came a brand new attraction, the Red Car Trolley. Sticking to the 1920s theming, it resembles the red cars made popular by the Pacific Electric Railway Company in many of the major cities in Southern California. Guests can hop on the trolley, which will take you down Buena Vista Street, through Hollywoodland, and ending at the entrance of Avengers Campus, with a total of 4 different stops. Along Buena Vista Street, you may bump into Mickey, Minnie or Goofy in their 1930s styled outfits, and throughout the day you can catch a showing of Five and Dime, a jazz group performing all the hits. As with all my guides, we will continue around the park clockwise, which takes us to Hollywoodland. This area harks back to the 1930s golden age of Hollywood and hosts attractions themed to this concept, including a backlot of a typical Hollywood studio. The first attraction you will come to is Mickey's PhilharMagic. This is a great 3D show filled with classic Disney characters and a fun storyline. Join Donald Duck as he goes through scenes from some classic Disney animations, including Fantasia, The Lion King and more, as well as some newly added scenes from 2017's fan favorite, Coco. Next is a show, Disney Junior Dance Party. This is a live performance featuring many of the popular characters from Disney Junior, like Vampirina, Doc McStuffins, and Mickey and the Roaster Racers. It's perfect for the younger guests, and I'm sure they will love to sing and dance along with some of their favorite characters. Further into Hollywoodland is the Disney Animation Building, which is comprised of a number of exhibits and attractions. Once in the animation courtyard, you can see some of the original artwork and the creative process from Disney and Pixar animated films, featuring scenery from the movies as well as concept art of some of the characters. From here, you can head into the Animation Academy, where guests can learn how to draw various Disney characters. You can also go to the Sorcerer's Workshop that features the Magic Mirror Realm, which has interactive animation exhibits and allows guests to create simple animated drawings. Guests can also find out which Disney character's personality is similar to theirs in the Beasts Library. You can meet Anna and Elsa in their royal welcome area, and finally there is also Turtle Talk with Crush, an interactive show starring Crush the sea turtle from the Finding Nemo films. It uses special digital puppetry to interact with the audience and is especially exciting for the younger guests. On the opposite side of Hollywoodland is Monsters Inc. Mike and Sully to the Rescue. This is a fun dark ride that has guests take a seat in a taxi ride vehicle as you follow an abridged version of the first Monsters Inc. film. You'll notice all the characters from the movie, including Boo, Randall, and of course Mike and Sully. Near the end of the ride, an amazing audio animatronic of Roz will communicate with guests, which is a nice little addition. Also in Hollywoodland is a spectacular Hyperion Theatre that previously hosted the popular show Frozen live at the Hyperion. Unfortunately, this show has yet to return since the park's closure in 2020, but fans are hoping for the return of the popular musical or a brand new production at some point in the near future. Make sure to check the official Disneyland Resort website for all the up-to-date details on which attractions will be open on the date of your visit. The next land is the newest area in the park, Avengers Campus. This replaced a Bugs Land in 2021 and is a great new addition to the park. The first attraction that you would have noticed, as it's visible from most of the park, is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. You'll need to join Rocket as you try to break out the remaining Guardians from the Collector's Fortress. The queue line is fantastically themed and filled with some of the Collector's prized possessions, including lots of Marvel and Disney Park Easter eggs. The ride was originally the popular Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, with Mission Breakout utilizing the ride system. During your ride, you'll see different clips of the Guardians in various situations, which ultimately ends in their escape from the Collector. There are 6 different versions of the clips, so each ride through could be enjoyed multiple times. Although a lot of fans were against this re-theme of the classic attraction, it has had some very positive reviews and is one of the most popular rides in the park. Throughout the day, outside the attraction, you can also take part in the Guardians of the Galaxy Awesome Dance-Off. Watch as Star-Lord and Gamora perform amazing dances to the backdrop of classic rock tracks from Peter Quill's mixtapes. The other major attraction in Avengers Campus is Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure. With the use of screens and physical sets, you join Peter Parker throughout the different areas of Avengers Campus as you try to stop loose spider-bots before they cause too much damage. The ride uses new technology which will track your hands as you shoot webs just like Spider-Man. You can also purchase a selection of merchandise that can be used on the attraction to improve your ability. This is a nice ride that all the family can enjoy. Similar to the previous attraction, throughout the day you can catch Spider-Man perform some amazing tricks on top of the Web Slingers ride building. Although Avengers Campus' main e-ticket attraction, the Avengers Quinjet Experience, has been delayed, there are still some great areas of the land to explore. They include Avengers Headquarters, where you'll be able to meet a host of different Avengers and Marvel characters throughout the day, the Ancient Sanctum, where you may get the chance to see Doctor Strange perform, and the PIM Test Kitchen and Tasting Lab, 2 restaurants featuring larger-than-life theming, which is of course based on Ant-Man. Another character encounter includes the Warriors of Wakanda, where you can train alongside the mighty General Okoye. Even casual fans of Marvel will enjoy this land, and stick around until the end of the video for a sneak peek at what is coming to Avengers Campus in the future. If you're enjoying the guide so far, don't forget to hit the like button, as it really helps us to share it to more viewers. It's now time to move on to the next area in the park, Cars Land, which opened in 2012. The main attraction here is Radiator Springs Racers. This is a simulated slot car attraction that uses the same technology as Test Track over in Epcot at Walt Disney World. It takes guests in a 6-person vehicle through encounters with characters from the film series Cars. Guests then race each other through turns and hills, ending with a randomized race result, which is a nice fun element to this already great attraction. Next is Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, a whip ride where guests get to ride in trailers being pulled and whipped around by baby tractors. Similar to Alien Swirling Saucers over in Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World, this is a great attraction for all the family. The way it whips around the corners gives the illusion of traveling a lot faster than you actually are. With a pumping soundtrack and amazing theming, this is another great addition to the park. The final attraction in Cars Land is Luigi's Rollickin' Roasters. Join Luigi and his cousins as guests ride in car vehicles as they move and spin to Italian music. This is a fun little trackless ride that is fun for all the family. In Cars Land, you can also find a recreation of Radiator Springs, the fictional town that a lot of the movie's events take place. This is where you'll find the shopping and dining locations within the land, and don't forget to visit the land during the evening or nighttime, as it truly is a sight not to be missed. The next area is Pacific Wharf, themed as a Californian fishing port, and mainly consists of many dining locations, but it does house the one attraction, the Bakery Tour. This is a simple walkthrough attraction that shows the process of making sourdough bread. You'll be able to watch the different steps of making the bread, as well as getting the chance to sample some of the delicious baked goods. Stick around until the end of the video to find out what Pacific Wharf will be rethemed to in the near future. We now move on to Pixar Pier, which of course is themed to the popular Pixar movies, including The Incredibles, Toy Story, and Inside Out. The first attraction is the Incredicoaster. This steel roller coaster features all the characters from The Incredibles as you chase Jack around the beautiful layout of the track. Not only is it the longest and fastest coaster in all of the Disneyland Resort, it also features one loop, making it the only attraction with an inversion. This is one of the most thrilling attractions in the resort and not one to be missed. Next is Jesse's Critter Carousel, inspired by Jesse's wilderness friends featured in the Woody's Roundup television show from Toy Story 2. Guests can ride on a selection of critters on this nice relaxing carousel attraction. Further along Pixar Pier is Toy Story Midway Mania, which has actually been open since 2008 but was redesigned to be included in Pixar Pier. It's an interactive 3D shooting gallery featuring characters from the Toy Story franchise. It has great interactivity, re-rideability, and is genuinely enjoyable for adults and kids alike. Along the promenade, you can try the various games of Pixar Pier for a chance to win a Pixar plush at the many Midway booths. Next is the iconic Pixar Palaround. This is an eccentric wheel ride that sports the face of Mickey in the center of its wheel. This attraction offers 24 gondolas in a choice of ride-throughs. 16 of the gondolas ride on interior rails so that they slide inward and outward as the wheel rotates, which is quite the intense experience. But don't worry, 8 of the gondolas are fixed to the rim of the wheel, offering a more relaxing ride. The final attraction in Pixar Pier is Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind. This is a spinning attraction where you can ride Riley's emotions while sitting in a basket that takes you up, down, and around. Similar to other lands, throughout the day, you may have a chance to meet some of your favorite Pixar characters, including The Incredibles, Woody and Buzz from Toy Story, Joy and Sadness from Inside Out, Russell and Doug from Up, plus many more. Some of the previous land, Paradise Pier, remains as a smaller themed land called Paradise Gardens Park. The first attraction is Silly Symphony Swings, a wave swinger ride themed to Disney's 1935 short film The Band Concert. Mickey Mouse conducts from high atop the attraction, synchronized with the music as the chairs raise up and swing around. Next is Goofy's Sky School, a steel Wild Mouse roller coaster where guests board a plane and navigate a crash course of flying, which features sharp turns, steep drops, and sudden stops. Goofy is pictured on billboards throughout the ride, teaching guests the step-by-step process of flying a plane. This is a nice little coaster that is fun for all the family. Another attraction that is great family fun is Jumpin' Jellyfish, a small parachute drop ride which allows the guests to board colourful jellyfish as you slowly descend back to Earth. Right next door is the Golden Zephyr, another spinning attraction that has guests ride in rocket ships as you go on a relaxing twirling adventure. The final attraction in Paradise Gardens Park is The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventure. This Omnimover dark ride takes you under the sea, where you will experience an adventure with all your favourite characters and songs. Opposite this attraction is the viewing area for the nighttime show, The World of Color, although there are many places to view the show around Pixar Pier and Paradise Gardens Park.
The newly updated World of Color 1 uses amazing water fountains, projections, and pyrotechnics to showcase Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars characters that all have one small moment that changes their lives for the better. This is a great addition to the nighttime entertainment at the Disneyland Resort.
Other entertainment in the land includes the Paradise Garden Bandstand that has various musical performances throughout the day and a perfect place to relax and take in the atmosphere of the park. Also, on the other side of the land, before taking the bridge to Pixar Pier, you can enjoy Operation Playtime featuring the Green Army Patrol, giving impromptu street performances in front of the Pixar Pier buoy. We now move to the final area of the park, Grizzly Peak, which has an amazing American National Park theme. First up is the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, a forest-themed play area that features a trail in a redwood forest, a large network of stairs and rope bridges, a traversed rock climbing wall, a zip line, side-by-side slides, and an amphitheater. Explorers can also visit the Canoes Spirit Cave to find out what spirit animal represents them. This is the perfect way to enjoy some nature and relax away from the busier areas of the park. Next is Grizzly River Run, the River Rapids ride that opened with the park in 2001. It is similar to Kali River Rapids over at Animal Kingdom in Walt Disney World, except for the rafts. They are engineered to spin as you descend the mountain, which features a cave and a log jam. Remember, you'll most likely get wet, so either bring a raincoat or you could just dry off in the hot Californian sun. The final attraction in this guide is Soarin', which is a hand glider simulator that also opened with the park in 2001 and was the first ever Soarin' attraction to feature in a Disney park. It switches between the original Soarin' over California, which flies guests over some amazing sceneries from all over the Golden State, and Soarin' around the world, where you will visit many places from around the globe. It is currently set as Soarin' around the world, but check with the official Disneyland website to see which version is showing during your visit. There is currently no parade at Disney's California Adventure, but there has been in the past, so we are hoping for a new parade or a former parade to return in the near future. Before we take a look at what is coming to the parks, if you haven't already booked your next Disney trip, then why not check out Undercover Tourist for some great deals on Disneyland Resort hotels and tickets. Check out my affiliate link in the description box below to see how much you could save on your next Disney vacation. Disney's California Adventure has lots to look forward to. At the D23 Fan Expo, it was revealed that the Pacific Wharf land will be completely rethemed to San Francisco, the futuristic city from Big Hero 6. Construction has just begun on the land, and you'll be able to enjoy the new dining and shopping locations, as well as having a chance to meet Baymax. But no attractions have yet been announced. And finally, also at the D23 Expo, it was teased that a fourth attraction will be coming to Avengers Campus, set in the multiverse. It will allow guests to fight alongside many different versions of the classic Marvel characters as you fight King Thanos in what looks like a motion simulator attraction. I say fourth attraction as we are still waiting for more news on the e-ticket Avengers Quinjet experience that was first announced many years ago. Hopefully we will hear more about the development of these two attractions soon. As I mentioned earlier, Disneyland are currently retheming Tarzan's Treehouse back to its original theme of Swiss Family Robinson, but under the new name of Adventureland Treehouse. Along with a totally new design will be elements connected to the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, which connects many of the rides and attractions found at all 6 Disney resorts. With an announced opening of 2023, it shouldn't be too long before guests are exploring this wonderful attraction once again. Earlier this year, Disney CEO Bob Iger announced that Avatar will be coming to the Disneyland Resort. Without any further details, it is unknown whether that will be in Disneyland or Disney's California Adventure, and if it will be a whole land or just a small experience similar to what was found in Shanghai Disneyland or Singapore. And finally, as I'm sure most of you are aware, Splash Mountain will be getting a Princess and the Frog retheme to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and although announced in 2020, the project still hasn't begun construction, but that will change in 2023. Expect the closure of Splash Mountain in May or June of 2023, and hopefully it will be completed by the end of 2024. I hope you enjoyed this guide and consider subscribing if you want to keep up to date with all the Disney parks around the world. If you want to take a deep dive into all the rides and attractions at Walt Disney World, then check out this video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Disney Parks Addict.